tend to
There's still a problem. There is something we have to pay attention to. So the midfield of
Mhm.
the midfield of Argentina.
Uh-huh.
They are going to decide the style of play.
They are going to decide the style of play for sure.
The tactical battle is going to be the midfield of Spain against the midfield of Argentina.
Whoever win the
Whoever
midfield.
with the midfield.
The World Cup final is set, and what a journey it has been. Spain have booked their place after knocking out France in the semi-finals, whilst Argentina survived another huge test to eliminate England. But did the best two teams reach the final? Who impressed you? Who disappoints you? And who will lift the most biggest trophy in football? World Cup. Let's debate it. With me is Eddie. And if you just join us and you are new, remember to hit the subscription button, like and share the video, and your opinions are highly welcome. Eddie, was Spain too good, or did France lose the game with poor tactics?
It's both. Yeah. Spain were the better side. I think the team, Luis de la Fuente, they are just good. They are too good. And with their style of play, before they used to play like the tiki-taka, and now they've changed their style of play. It's the midfield engine with the player of Rodri deciding everything. And France too, they failed to connect with Kylian Mbappe. Sometimes with their style of play, let's settle Kylian Mbappe, let's set him up. Their World Cup journey has been most of the times individual performances from Dembele and also Kylian. Tchouameni is not all that fit, so starting him such a tough game also exposed the style of play of France. So they should make some good changes in the third and fourth place against England.
So you should make some changes against England for the third and fourth place. Did Didier Deschamps get his starting lineup and substitution wrong?
Yeah, as I said earlier on, starting a player who is not that fit in your midfield aspect, in the person of Tchouameni, definitely you are going to be exposed. He can't play or stand with the likes of Rodri, and he can't. With Omo also there, then Omo also in the midfield. So playing against such players, definitely you'll be exposed. And most of the games is being played in the midfield area. If you're able to control the midfield, definitely you're going to win the game. And they were totally exposed.
They were totally exposed. And for sure, Spain dominated the midfield, dominated everywhere in the field.
Dominated the game from the start to the finish. Conceding, the game ended in the 2-0 win in favor of France, in favor of Spain. Yeah, from the first minute to the 90th minute was dominated by Spain.
So is Spain now the clear best team in the tournament?
Definitely, looking at their style of play and also they are the side who concede less. It's difficult for you to put a ball into their net. Yeah.
So can you imagine Spain only concede one goal in the tournament?
So you can just this should give you a clue of the side of they are just good, and also I think the best team so far in the tournament.
So was France's performance, was it a coach problem, or it was just the players who didn't show up at the end of the day? Because when you look at the likes of France former players, they express their disappointment based on that performance. But history has said it all that France has been suffering against Spain whenever they meet Spain in any tournament.
Yes, in one way or the other, I would say, yeah, it's true. The champs could have handled the game in a different way. So I think he started, as I said earlier, he started Tchouameni, who is not all that fit, but later part he was so desperate that he brought in Dewey. He was desperate, too desperate, and it also and also their midfield sometimes they failed to connect with Kylian Mbappe and Dembele. So if your players are not, you are strikers, are not being fed well, definitely you are going to lack.
Definitely, you are going to lack. You made mention of France playing with individual tactics or individual brilliancy, put them that far. Has France relied too much on individual brilliancy instead of teamwork?
That the game against Spain, everything was clear. If they had worked collectively, they could have played or stand against Spain. Since they failed to do so, they've been eliminated. If you are checking their World Cup, I think their World Cup campaign, anytime it's about Olise, Dembele, and also Kylian Mbappe. This has been the guys who I think determining the game. France always putting France up front. But since their midfield were being closed, they failed to win the game.
They failed to win the game. Which Spanish player was the biggest difference maker?
I'll give it to Rodri. Because Rodri was the player who determined the game. In the midfield area, he made sure that the connection between the midfield and also the attacking squad, that's France attacking squad, he made sure that the bridge was closed and blocked. So I think he was an exceptional player for me.
Yeah, I second. He was an exceptional player. He dictated the tempo of the game, when to absolutely speed up the game, when to control the midfield and everything, engine of the game. So definitely. Eddie, was this Spain's most complete performance of the World Cup?
Eliminating France in this tournament, I would say, yeah. We've seen their game. We saw their game against Cape Verde. Cape Verde were able to hold them to a 0-0 draw, but France couldn't do that. So
France couldn't do that.
They were exposed. So that was their best performance. Because France, France, they have some good quality of players, and for them to fall short against Spain, it's a clear indication that Spain, definitely they were the better side. They've been good, and they were.
So should France now begin rebuilding before the next major tournament?
There are some couple of good players who they can, build the team against them. As I said, Doué is young. Ryan Jackie is also young. Kylian Mbappe is still young. Dembele is still young. All these other squad are young, but they should know how to play collectively. And also in their style of play. If Deschamps is able to do that, definitely. And if Zidane takes over, definitely he's going to make good use of the guys.
He's going to make good use of the guys for sure. Eddie, did England bottle another major semi-finals?
They gave out a golden opportunity. They could have closed the game with ease, but they failed to do so.
Yeah, they failed to do so. Argentina experienced the deciding factor. Last World Cup, they went to this same stage, go to finals, and absolutely lift the trophy.
All the players, most of them participated in the 2022 World Cup. They are still playing, so they know when and how to get their assignments done.
So the media, England fans, everyone is on Thomas Tuchel right now. Did Thomas Tuchel make the right tactical decisions?
In the first half, I'll say yes. In the first half, the game ended in the 0-0 draw. But coming back into it, and after, I think the decision that he made, which affected England so much, was after the goal. Because after the goal, he changed the formation to an ultra defensive style of play. Like with five back, which cost them a lot. Because if you're playing 5 back, definitely it's going to put much pressure on you for you to defend more. And with that, they couldn't stand the chance of the pressure from, I think, Messi, Leo Martinez, and the other squad, and Enzo Fernandez. That was a bad decision that he made. Supposing he kept the game like how the game was before the goal came, definitely they could have sent Argentina out.
So which England player failed to deliver when it matters most?
I would say Harry Kane. He failed to hold on to the ball. He failed in all aspects of the game.
All aspects of the game for sure. Was Argentina game management the best we have seen in the tournament?
Yeah, Lionel Scaloni is doing one of the best managers so far out there in this tournament. Then all credits also go to the players. They know when, even if they are down, they are not scared. They know that can still do something. Let's go back to the games of Argentina. They are always at the edge of elimination, but they always come through. Their game against Cape Verde, you saw how it was. The game ended in the 2-2 draw, went to extra time. They came out of it. Against Egypt, they were down by 2 goals. They won the game in the extra time. Yeah. Also against England, they were down by 1 goal, won the game by 2 goals to 1. So they know when to absorb pressure and know when to deliver.
Has this tournament confirmed Argentina as the mentally strongest team?
Yes, because they won the trophy for the last tournament. They won the tournament, and with that, they know when and how to always pull out.
So, did the two best teams reach the final?
Absolutely. With the tactical playoff from Spain and also the resilience from Argentina. So they are the best sides from this tournament so far, and they are going to give us one of the best finals in recent years.
One of the best finals in recent. Eddie, this question, I listened to it very carefully. Which eliminated team would have given Spain or Argentina a tougher final?
1, I'll give to Cape Verde, and 2 will be France. And here are my following reasons. Cape Verde had a draw, like a 0-0 draw against France. France, they found it very, very difficult to break the defense of Cape Verde. And the same Cape Verde played against Argentina, and Argentina find it very difficult to break them. They also ended in a 2-2 draw. Argentina won the game in extra time. So if they are to get the opportunity to play against one of these teams again, France they have all the qualities. I think last 4 years they went into the finals. They are more experienced with all young guys. Supposing they got their assignment very right, they got their tactics right against Spain, they could have also stood tall against Argentina, because that could have been a revenge game.
Yeah, that could have been a revenge game. Who has been the player of the tournament so far?
Player of the tournament so far, I'll give it to Leo Messi with eight goals, and also yesterday providing 2 assists in a critical moment. No other player has been better than Leo Messi.
And which coach deserves the most credit for reaching the final?
I'll give to Luis de la Fuente, playing good football, and also in the finals. They are still, I think they are the European champions.
Yeah, they are the European champions for sure. Semi-final winner was more convincing, Spain or Argentina?
Which I would say Spain. They were more convincing, because Argentina they struggled to win the game, but with Spain they won the game from from the first minute to the 90th minute. Was all about Spain.
Yeah, it was all about Spain for sure. So let's get to preview of the final, which is Spain versus Argentina. Eddie, who goes into the final as favorite and why?
I would say Spain, because they have their midfield is good, their defense is good, and they have good attackers. So if they are able to maintain the same style of play throughout the tournament, definitely they are going to emerge the winners of the tournament. Luis de la Fuente shouldn't make any bad decision. He just maintain the squad.
So which defense is more likely to handle pressure?
Argentina will be able to handle pressure, because I think they have McAllister over there. They have Rodrigo de Paul. So
which tactical battle will decide the final?
The tactical battle is going to be the midfield of Spain against the midfield of Argentina.
Whoever wins the midfield
wins the game.
Okay, it's so exciting. So if the game goes to penalties, who has the advantage?
Argentina have more advantage if the game goes to penalties.
So, and which player is most likely to become the hero of the final?
If Spain wins the game, Lamine Yamal is likely to be the face of the tournament. And if Argentina wins, definitely Messi will be the face of the tournament.
Okay. And can Spain's possession football break down Argentina defensive discipline?
Yeah, definitely, because Argentina have been shaky throughout the tournament. They always come back. They always come from behind to win the game. And in this case, it's just the final. It's going to be difficult for the midfield of Argentina to handle the pressure from Spain.
So what is Argentina's biggest weakness that Spain should exploit?
Playing against Spain side who is much more of a possessing football, they should just watch out.
And what is Spain's biggest weakness that Argentina should target?
And Messi, if he's not even creating the chances, he's also a threat. Yeah, definitely. So they should find ways and means to stop him.
Could this become one of the greatest World Cup finals in recent history?
No doubt about it. Argentina are the defending champions, while Spain are also the European champions. They have something to boast of. It's going to be interesting.
So, final prediction, your scoreline.
Let's watch out for Lamine Yamal.
Player of the match. and who lifts the World Cup? If your country wasn't in the final, who are you supporting, Spain or Argentina? Let us know in the comment section. And thank you very much for watching.